Hello, good morning, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and Alice.
OnThisDay.com.
Yeah, the website, yeah. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and today I am joined by the muted Alice. She is in the middle of doing other things, so she's just kind of here for the ambiance and the, every now and then the ASMR of the sound of opening boxes in a warehouse, no less. Anyway, today is what is today? Woden's Day, also known as Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. See here, I'm going to start off here in the year 46 BC, in which Julius Caesar celebrated the first of four triumphal processions in Rome over Gaul, Egypt, Pontus, and Africa, with the leader of the Gallus Vercingetorix led in chains. Oh, leader of the Gauls, yeah. Alright. Who is Pontus, though? That's new to me. Pontus region. What is that? Oh, okay, it's the, okay, North Africa. Alright. That makes sense. Moving on up into 1192, English King Richard I the Lion-Hearted, captured by Leopold V, Duke of Austria. Yeah, that's right, he captured him. This, yeah. And I think he what's not raffled, not rallied, ransomed. He ransomed him out or something. I don't know. Anyway, 1435, the Treaty of Arras, 1435, is signed between Charles VII of France and Philip the Good of Burgundy. The Treaty of Arras. What is the Treaty of Arras? Let's see here. Treaty of Arras. Let's see, it's not telling me really what this is. In the course of the Burgundian succession crisis. Alright, well, I'm not going to read all of this, but I'm going to add this into the underbar, so anyone who's interested can read this. So there you go, anyone who's watching. Moving on up into 1513, James V was crowned King of Scotland in the Chapel Royal at Stirling Castle at the age of 17 months. Dang, that's a young king. Young King of Scotland. Aye. And, Miss Alice, whenever you want to jump in, just pop in. You know, I see that you're muted, so. Anyway, 1589, Battle of Arcueil, French King Henry IV defeated Catholic League. Alright. 1621, King James of England gave Sir William Alexander a royal charter for colonization of Nova Scotia. Here we go. So he's being allowed to colonize Nova Scotia. So there you go. Anybody living in Nova Scotia today has this guy to thank. So, 1776, Nathan Hale spied on British for American rebels. He was arrested. Yep, we just spoke about him like a couple weeks ago when George Washington was calling for people to spy for him, and good old Nathan Hale stepped up and got arrested, unfortunately. And actually, was he assassinated? Yep, he was. Cause of death, hung at the age of 21 for spying. Man, that's sad. Anyway, 1780, Benedict Arnold gave British Major John Andre plans to West Point. Yeah, that's traitor. So, yep, U.S. General and turncoats. Not good. 1792, during the French Revolution, the National Convention passed a proclamation announcing the formal abolition of the French monarchy. Good. We don't need monarchies. No. 1794, French National Convention orders the Is that the same year? No, it's 2 years later. So another French National Convention, this time ordered the remains of Comte de Mirabeau be removed from the Pantheon after his double dealings with court revealed. Yeah, he doesn't deserve the honor. So, 1794, Jean-Paul Marat's remains were transferred to the Pantheon in Paris, with the eulogy given by the Marquis de Sole. Alright, so a lot of things. So, Same time this guy was being exhumed, this other guy was being probably put in the same hole. 1823, Moroni first appeared on Joseph Smith, according to Smith. Okay. Whoever Moroni is. Oh, yeah, Mormon, Moroni, Mormon. You know? Yeah, gotta be a moron to be a moron. Anyway, 1896, British General Kitchenger's army occupied Dongola, Sudan. We have an election of interest in 1911. Canadian Prime Minister Wilfrid Laurier lost the election to Robert Brandon of the Conservative Party. Or Robert Borden, sorry. Of the Conservative Party. 1915, Cecil Chubb bought English prehistoric monument Stonehenge for £6,600. Pretty sure it weighs a lot more than that, but whatever. In 1922, U.S. President Warren G. Harding signed a joint resolution of approval to establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine. There you go. There you go. Palestine. Palestine. Right there, 1922. It was Palestine first. And then they went in and took their land without their acceptance, and then Israel has been going in and taking over the rest ever since. So Israel needs to fuck off. It's Palestine. 1936, Spanish fascist junta named Francisco Franco to Generalissimo and Supreme Commander. Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry. Like, you know what's really funny is I yelled on this day, and there were people in the store.
Oh, So
I was like,
were they like, what was that about?
Yeah, they did ask me. I was like, oh, I was doing recording for my friend. He asked me to do on this day. We actually should have it. So, like, if I'm not here, you can just use my voice right there to pop in and interject.
Huh. So I should just
you
get
can
like
just have
a
interject buttons.
I should like have a soundboard. One of them is just like you on this day, you know,
Yeah.
or like, dude, I should make an all Alice soundboard, like, oh, shit snacks, or blam, you know?
Or blam should be one,
Blam.
like, where, like, something, like when I'm not here, blam, hey-yo!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Alice, I gotta start working on a soundboard, seriously.
Yes,
like,
we do. Just have sound bites of Alice. And sound bites of Alice, Xander, Scott, Sohan, just, a little Sohan, Just have muffins go, muffins!
Muffins just like, what? Or like, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Or
Can I take this one right here?
Go for it.
We have a historic publication today. We have J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit is published by George Allen and the Unwin in London.
Nice.
Ewan, yeah. Ah, we got The Hobbit.
Oh. Going from The Hobbit to, the Nobbit, I don't know.
We have at 1938, we have British politician Winston Churchill condemns Germany's Adolf Hitler's annexation of Czechoslovakia.
Yep.
Oh, hi-yo!
Oh, hi-yo! It's funny, there's a mirror behind me, and like you can see my hand in it. Hello! You want to take this third one here?
What?
1939?
We have a meeting of interest in 1939. We had Reinhard Heydrich meets in Berlin to discuss final solution of Jews. Jeez.
Hey.
Hi-yo, no.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I don't like... That sounds nicht so gut.
Not so good.
German for not so... Nicht so gut is German for not so good.
Ah.
Nicht is...
3 years later, 1942, 116 hostages were executed by the Nazis in Paris. So...
Oh, good God.
That sucks. 1943, Arundel and the Solomon Island, or one of the Solomon Islands, in U.S. hands. I guess that's during the war. We conquered it from the Japanese. I'm not sure.
Solomon Islands?
Yeah. Well, well.
We are in the World War II era, so.
Well, I mean, no. This is from 1940. This was 1943. It just says Arundel, Solomon Island in U.S. hands. So
so he must have taken it over, yeah.
Yeah. But then we have in 1944, Operation Market Garden. The last British paratroopers at Arnhem Bridge surrendered after several days of fighting.
Oh,
Yep.
damn.
Operation Market Garden was a horrible, horrible, like, mistake. And Montgomery, you know, the British, whatever his face is, Montgomery, whatever his rank is, he was a fucking retard. So, yeah. Anyway, 1948, Milton Berle became the permanent host on NBC's TV show Texaco Star Theater.
Texaco? Like the gas station Texaco?
I believe so. Maybe it's
Nice.
sponsored by them, yeah.
We'd like to treat you to Texaco.
In 1949...
of the Jolly Green Giant. Sorry, I
Well,
was just
something not so
demolition
jolly or green, but it is a giant. 1949, Chinese communist leaders proclaim the People's Republic of China. So,
Oh, damn.
this is...
Well, there we go.
Yeah, this is when, like...
And it begins.
Yep, and it begins. But then 1 year later, in 1950, George Marshall was sworn in as the third Secretary of Defense of the United States.
Oh,
Huh,
was he now?
apparently.
Defense Secretary, you say?
Yep.
Mm.
1955, in his last fight, undefeated world heavyweight boxing champion Rocky Marciano knocks out light heavyweight Archie Moore in the 9th round at Yankee Stadium in New York City.
We gotta rock, yo, Adrian. Sorry.
You didn't do it right. You got Adrian.
You know that Sylvester Stallone has Bell's palsy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of his disability.
That does make sense for like why his face and he talks the way he does. But also like where he's from too, but
I thought he just took one too many punches to the head, you know?
no, actually I believe he has Bell's palsy.
Oh, that sucks.
He had it for a long time. You know, one of his earlier films he did was the movie Death Race 2000 with David Carradine. He was Joey the Turbo.
Huh.
And then they later remade the movie Death Race with Jason Statham. Nothing to do, really. Kind of only thing with, like, because they're racing is about all that's they got in common.
Well, speaking of racing and whatnot, as far as like, you know, moving, I don't know. 1955, last Allied occupying troops left Austria.
Shit.
Yeah. So
Wow.
finally, like, you know, 5 years after the end of the war, you know, finally departed. So.
Well, there you go.
1956, the New York Yankees set dubious MLB record, stranding 20 on base. Mickey Mantle hit a 500-foot-plus home run, but rival Boston Red Sox won at 13-9 at Fenway Park. That's
Mickey Mantle.
Mickey
That's
Mantle.
a name I remember.
Yeah.
We got a television premiere here in 1957. We got Perry Mason TV series based on the character by the author Erie Stanley Gardner. Starring Raymond Burr, premieres on CBS TV. You know, they did a reboot of it, I think, on like one of those movie channels, like Showtime or Stars or HBO or some crap like that.
Hallmark.
No, not Hallmark. You gotta pay for it.
Oh,
like,
that's true.
Just for the movie channel. It's one of those movie channels. I think it was Showtime or some crap like that.
Oh, well, here's an interesting one in 58 if you want this.
Ooh, which one?
The airplane.
Oh, you highlight 1958. We have first airplane flight exceeding 1,200 hours lands in Dallas, Texas, or is that supposed to be 12 hours?
1,200.
1,200 hours.
Well, I don't know. But
1,200
1958.
hours in the air? That's a long time.
Yeah.
You have to be refueled, like,
Yeah.
constantly.
Huh.
It's gotta be 12 hours.
Hold on. Let me. No, it can't be. Endurance test, circa 1958. Yeah.
So it was 1,200
In
hours?
1949, the
1,000?
light plane aloft record jumped to 721 hours, then to 1,124 hours, where it held for 9 years until Jim Heath and Bill Buchart, you know, probably with this 1,200 one. So yeah, it's 1,200. So it's endurance. It's testing the endurance of the aircraft to see how long it can go. You know, like, you know, push it.
Before it breaks down?
Yeah, essentially like they're overclocking the stuff.
Oh, okay, so they were landing it and then, like,
refueling it. It wasn't like consecutive in the air. Okay.
No,
That's what
I
I
think
was
it was
thinking.
consecutively in the air.
Yeah, because like I would
Well,
say like
I
you'd
don't
have
know.
to have
1,200 hours. That seems like a long time for the pilots and everything. So
How
I
many?
guess
Well, there's 24 hours in a day. So how many hours? How many days is 1,200 hours? Look
50.
at that up.
50. Okay, that's no.
50 days.
50 days straight up, like even keel. 1,200 divided by 24 equals 50.
That's not a lot of time for a plane to last.
50 days. Constantly though, it's constantly flying. Like there's no maintenance, no anything. It probably lands to like refuel and change the pilots or something. I don't know. Like
That's yeah, but 1,200 hours is not good. We're considering like that you have planes up in the sky that do that like do 1,200 hours like in a year.
well, yeah, but I mean those are constantly. They have maintenance constantly. You know, this is just
I suppose what year was this too?
1958. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess that makes more sense. Like if it was nowadays, I think they can last more than 1,200
Oh,
hours.
definitely. Definitely. I'm actually going to post this link in the underbar for anyone who's interested in
Yeah,
reading
this one just for some reason it seems intriguing to me. I don't know why.
It is intriguing. Like, let's see here. The Hacienda Hotel, what the hell? Modified Cessna, the new co-pilot, the danger of in-flight bathing. Oh, wow. So they bathed up in the air, too. So I guess they were, like, up in the air constantly for 50 straight days. That's insane. Moving on
So
over
they
to...
had to be filled. Oh damn! Here we go.
You want this one?
1966. Jimi Hendrix changes the spelling of his name.
To what?
Hendrix.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
You
Oh
changed
yeah.
it from Jimmy to Jimmy. Or Jimmy.
Yeah, the way he spelled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just changed the way it was spelled.
It's Jimmy. Instead of Jimmy, it's Jimmy.
Jemai.
Jamal Hendrix.
Jamal Hendrix.
Jamal Hendrix. In 1970, Monday Night Football, created by Roone Aldridge, premiered on ABC, Browns 31, Jets 21. In 1972, Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos declared martial law in the Philippines. It was not publicly announced until the 23rd of September. So for 2 days, the country was under unknown martial law. That's pretty crazy.
That sounds
Not cool.
not cool and not surprising.
Yeah. But then 1973, Jackson Pollock's painting Blue Poles sold for $2 million.
Oh damn.
Blue Poles, huh? Images. Let's see here. Huh. So I guess this is it here. Yeah. That's weird.
Okay.
That's a big painting too, but that's just kind of wonky on the eyes, man. It looks like somebody just vomited a bunch of colors. So I don't understand art sometimes. So, but anyway, 1973, Nate Archibald signed a 7-year contract with the National Basketball Association, Kansas City Kings, for $450,000. Wow. That guy got duped. So
450.
a 7-year contract for $450,000. Like,
Yeah. How
man,
much is 400? How much is that in today's thing? It's probably a multi-million-dollar deal, though.
Probably 1973. Let's see here. 1973 value. It would be $3,001,733.11 today.
Well, that's fairly decent still. Like, I don't have $3 million. That's a lot of money to me.
You can't even.
But I guess in all spectrums of like how much people are getting paid nowadays.
Well, like a
is
$3 million
ridiculous.
contract for a 7-year, like that's not even going to work today. You know, they'll just laugh at you.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, unless you're like one of those like trainers that like you don't play on the startup or anything like that. You barely play. You just like.
So if you're
practice
just a
with it.
bench warmer, yeah, you know.
Yeah, if you're just a bench warmer, that's actually good money. But he was
Yeah.
a starter, was he?
Anyway,
Yeah,
1976, Orlando Lettier was assassinated in Washington, D.C. He was a member of the Chilean socialist government of Salvador Allende, overthrown in 1973 by Augusto Pinochet. So he was a member of that, and he appeared to seek political asylum, and then he got assassinated. So that sucks. But then 1979, Stephen Jay Gould and Richard Lewontin published influential paper cited more than 4,000 times, the spandrels of San Marco and the Panglossian paradigm, introducing idea of spandrels into evolutionary biology. Spandrels, what the? I have not heard of that. What is a spandrel? Spandrel, huh. In evolutionary biology, a spandrel is a phenotypic trait that is a byproduct of the evolution of some other characteristic rather than a direct product of adaptive selection. Huh.
Jesus.
Okay. Well, I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm just going to add this link in the underbar for further reading for anybody else who's watching this who's interested in it. Boom. There we go. Moving on up into 1981, Major League Baseball Philadelphia Phillies left-hander Steve Carlton struck out NL record 3,118th. He was Andre Dawson. Wow.
Oh, damn.
This guy with the blurred out spiral, why does he always have a blurred out spiral? Like, he's the only guy. Like, I don't understand.
Who knows?
I don't. 1983, David Mamet's Glengarry Glen Ross premiered in London. Ooh, that's a good movie. Glengarry Glen Ross. Yeah, if you're ever looking to get into sales, which I've been in, and I would recommend not going into, but anyone who's interested in sales, watch Glengarry Glen Ross. And,
or watch The Boiler Room with was it Vin Diesel and
yeah.
What's that guy's name that dated chick from Cat Power, Giovanni Ribisi or something.
I have no clue.
He was a hustler for cards, and then he went in and worked as in the stock market, but he was ripping people off and shit.
Well, I believe it was Glengarry Glen Ross that had that famous scene when he was explaining real estate. You want to know why it's called real estate? They throw the word in real to make you think you're actually buying something.
Yep.
Yep. It's all semantics. It's all play. 1985, U.S. CIA case officer Edward Lee Howard fled to Russia after being indicted as after being identified as a KGB agent. Wow.
Oh. Well then.
Yeah. And we have a boxing title fight in 1985 as well. Michael Spinks defeated Larry Holmes in 15 to become heavyweight boxing champion.
What? Michael Stipes from REM? I'm just kidding. It's what it sounded like you said.
Michael Spinks.
Oh, Spinks. Yeah, well,
Spikes.
The way I heard it through my speaker, it sounded like you said Michael Stipes. And I just giggled because of the lead singer of REM.
1936, the 38th Emmy Awards, the Golden Girls, Cagney and Lacey and Michael J. Fox won.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Go Golden Girls.
Michael J. Fox, it must have been Back to the Future. That
was it must have been.
Yeah.
What's next here? Oh, hey, what happened right above Mike Tyson? Hang on a second. Oh, never mind.
Swimming thing.
I was just trying to see if anything. Okay, we'll just go. In 1988, we got Mike Tyson smashes TV camera outside his Bernardsville, New Jersey home. Ooh.
Sounds like a paparazzi or like a member of the press or something. He's just like, get that camera out of my face. Smashes it.
Yeah, he's got a speech impediment. Whatever. Mike Tyson's the shit, dude.
He is.
Except for the whole rape thing. That wasn't cool.
Dude, first off, like somebody was asking in the clown server the other day, who would win, Mike Tyson or a 7-foot-tall, like, jacked kangaroo? And I was just like, dude, the kangaroo will obliterate him. He's like, oh, well, if Mike Tyson gets a left hook on his face and it's down. Yeah, dude. Like, dude, those kangaroos, like, they can get... Dude, I've seen kangaroos that could bench press Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude. Seriously. Some of those kangaroos are buff.
Kangaroos, they, like, the force of them kicking you can make you have internal bleeding.
Yeah.
I mean...
And their legs are longer than a man's arms, so if Mike comes in there to get a hit...
not to mention the claws on their hands.
Yeah, they'll disembowel the guy, dude. Like, Mike has no chance against a kangaroo. No chance.
Kangaroo will destroy you, dude. Like, it basically, except for you see that one video of the guy where the kangaroo was attacking his dog. It's illegal to attack a kangaroo in Australia, but this guy's dog was getting, like, almost mauled by this kangaroo, so he came up and just fucking punched it across the face.
Dude, have you seen a video of that kangaroo literally folding a steel bucket like a piece of paper? Like, they're fucking strong.
Well, he fucking jostled this kangaroo enough where like, it got off his dog, and he was like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Get out here with the dog," and he ran. But yeah, kangaroos don't fuck with, dude.
Yeah.
They're not good creatures.
Remind me, I got to I gotta send you. He's dead now, but there's this hoopla about this one kangaroo, he was rescued as a joey, and then he grew up to be this huge buff kangaroo, and there's videos of it and everything. Like that's the one with it had those big steel buckets that they put out for livestock to eat off of or something. Like, it literally had a bucket in its hand, like this solid metal steel bucket, and it's just folding it like fucking origami, dude. Like nothing.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're strong. So, but anyway.
Well, I know they're strong.
Yeah. Let's move on up into 1990. Reports that U.S. refinery problems will lead to a loss in capacity, and aggressive remarks by Saddam Hussein send crude prices to new highs. Dang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A lot of oil issues going on. But then 3 years later, in 1993, Melissa Etheridge released her Breakroom second album, Yes I Am, or her Breakthrough, not Breakroom. Breakroom, what?
Melissa Etheridge.
Melissa Etheridge released her Breakthrough second album, Yes I Am, featuring the single I'm the Only One. Huh.
She's a very open lesbian too. Good for her. But she didn't
politicize it.
Well, she didn't throw it in your face, she was. She's like, yeah, whatever. She actually is a really good singer, though. I actually don't mind her.
Well, here's something interesting. In 1995, the Hindu milk miracle occurs, in which statues of the Hindu god Ganesh began drinking milk when spoonfuls were placed near their mouths. That's interesting. Maybe evaporation happened, I don't know. Then, let's see here. 2002, Farm Aid 15 was held in Burgettstown, Pennsylvania. Performers included Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, Keith Urban, Lee Ann Womack, Kid Rock, Gillian Welch, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and the Drive-By Truckers. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. The Drive-By Truckers. Where were they when we needed them up in Canada? In 2003, 55th Emmy Awards, The West Wing, Everybody Loves Raymond, James Gandolfini, and Eddie Falco won. Alright. 2004, Green Day released their album American Idiot in the U.S. I wanna be an American idiot.
Where I've been going to the bathroom every,
Alright. 2007, Into the Wild, starring Emil Hirsch, was released. I have that movie. I found it on DVD the other day, actually, going through all my stuff. 2007 as well, George Clooney was injured in a motorcycle accident in Weehawken, New Jersey. Yep. This is why, every person, literally everybody I've known who's ever been on a motorcycle has been in some crazy accident that should have killed them. So, because it doesn't matter, if you can be the best motorcycle in all of the history of God, all it takes is one idiot behind the wheel of a car and you're dead, Motorcycles, not even once. 2008, 60th Emmy Awards, Mad Men, 30 Rock, Bryan Cranston, and Glenn Close won. Bryan Cranston must have been Breaking Bad there. 2008 as well, President Thabo Mbeki of South Africa resigned from office effective September 25th, so 4 days from now. Yeah. 2013, another Farm Aid, this time held in Saratoga Springs in New York. Performers included Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, Pete Seeger, Amos Lee, Jack Johnson, Casey Musgraves, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Carlene Carter, Peggy Young and the Survivors, and Insects vs. Robots. 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 Robots! It's a coupon! 2015, 67th Emmy Awards, hosted by Andy Samberg. Game of Thrones, Viola Davis, John Hamm won. Hey, Peter Dinklage. He's an angry elf. 2016, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckernazi and his wife Priscilla Chan pledged $3 billion to medical research to cure, prevent, or manage all diseases by the end of the century. End quote. Oh, hey, what a coincidence. What happened 4 years after that? You know, I think there's an involvement. Brainless jellyfish that sleeps. What? 2017, discovery of the first brainless animal that sleeps, the jellyfish Cassiope, research published in Current Biology by Caltech scientists. Huh. Well then. That explains a lot of Californians right there. 2020, World Health Organization Director Tedros Ghebreyesus said countries representing 2/3 of the world's population have joined its COVAX vaccine distribution initiative to deliver 2 billion doses by the end of 2021. Yeah. Medical tyranny right there. In 2021 as well, world leaders addressed climate change at the UN. Joe Brandon pledged to double financial aid to developing countries. President Xi Jinping said China will stop coal-fired projects abroad. Yeah, bullshit. So, anyway, before we move on into burst of deaths, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything that you want to elaborate on? Any questions you have? Any answers? You know, anything you want to talk about? Start a dialogue in the comments section. You know. Anyway, moving on into burst. Starting in the year 1051, we have Bertha of Savoy, was a German queen and Holy Roman Empire empress, dying in 1087. 1807. No, I'm switching. I'm getting number dyslexia now. Then we have Francis Hopkinson, was born on this date in 1737. He was an American author and composer. He designed the first American flag. Born in Philadelphia, British America, dying in 1791. Yep. So 1737. Yep. All right. Moving on up into 1866, we have H.G. Wells, was born on this date. He was an English sci-fi author, War of the Worlds, and Kips, born in Bromley, Kent, dying in 1946. Dang. And let's see here, we have Howie Morenz, born in 1902. He was a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame center for the Montreal Canadiens, 3-time Stanley Cup winner, born in Mitchell, Ontario, Canada, dying in 1937. 1909, we have Kwame Nkrumah, first Prime Minister of Ghana from 57 to 60, and the first President of Ghana from 60 to 66, born in Nkrumah, Gold Coast in Ghana, dying in 1972. So not only was he the first PM, but then he became the first president, so that's pretty cool. We have Larry Hagman in 1931. He was a U.S. actor, I Dream of Jeannie, and J.R. Dallas, born in Fort Worth, Texas, dying in 2012, just 10 years ago, huh? I like that show, I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, he was the spaceman, I believe. 1934, we have Leonard Cohen, Canadian poet and singer-songwriter. Hallelujah and Death of Ladies Man, born in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, dying in 2016. Who else was born on the state? Stephen King! Oh, wow, happy birthday. Stephen King, born on the state in 1947. He is a U.S. sci-fi and horror author. Carrie the Shinning, Cujo, and Misery, born in Portland, Maine. Alright. And then we have Bill Murray, 1950, a U.S. actor and comedian, Saturday Night Live, Stripes, Ghostbusters, to name a few. He was also in Zombieland, but then he got shot because he was being dumb. Anyway, born in Evanston, Illinois. Who else was born on this date? Shinzo Abe, no way! Wow, today's an amazing day for births. Born on this date in 1954, he was a Prime Minister of Japan from 2006 through 7, and from 2012 through 20. Born in Nagano, Japan, and unfortunately, well, why does it not say he's dead? He is dead. Like, he got assassinated a couple months ago. Wow, like, why is this not updated? Yeah, right here. Cause of death, assassinated by 2 gunshots while giving a speech in Nara, Japan, at the age of 67. Yeah, July 8th, 2022. But man, it's not saying he died, so update that, please. See, what year was this guy born in? 88. Oh, wow, he's 1 year younger than me. Oh, okay. All right. 1967, we have Faith Hill. Audrey Faith Perry, a U.S. country pop singer, Breathe and Cry, born in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Wow. Tell us what you really think. Breathe and Cry. Is that all you do? Okay. We have Samantha Power, 1970, Irish U.S. author and diplomat, U.S. ambassador to the UN, born in Dublin, Ireland. All right. 1979, we have Chris Gayle, Jamaican West Indies cricketer, 1999 to present. He's the fastest century maker in history, born in Kingston, Jamaica. Cricket, as my dad would say. 1983, we have Joseph Mazzello, a U.S. author, actor, Jurassic Park in the Pacific, born in Rhinebeck, New York. Jurassic Park. Who is he in Jurassic Park? Joseph Mazzello, Jurassic Park. Let me see here. Jurassic Park. Who was he? Oh, he was the kid. Oh, he was the kid. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Oh. Moving on up into 1988, we have Tom MacDonald, a rapper and a real guy. You know, I'm gonna post this link in the underbar here. Like a lot of his music, all of his music is really true. And his recent one, Scars, speaks to me personally. So, anyway, yeah, happy birthday to all these people. Like, man, a lot of really, Tom MacDonald shares a birthday with Shinzo Abe, Bill Murray, Stephen King, a lot of these cool guys and all that stuff. H.G. Wells. Dang, man. Dang. Moving on up into deaths, we have Virgil, died on this date in 19 BC. Actual name was Publius Virgilius Maro. Was a Roman poet of the Augustan period, or Aeneid. Died at the age of 50. We have Flavius Aetius. In 454, was a Roman general. Battle of the Cathalunian Plains, assassinated by Emperor Valentinian. That's not nice. Well, we have another one here, another assassination. In 1327, Edward II, King of England, from 1307 to 1327, likely assassinated at the age of 43. That sucks. Charles V died on this date in 1558. He was the King of Spain from 1516 to 1556, and a Holy Roman Emperor from 1519 through 56 as well. Died of malaria at the age of 58. Oh, man. And we have Girolamo Cardano in 1576. He was an Italian mathematician, died at the age of 74. Who else died on this date? We have Jacqueline Suzanne, 1974, was a U.S. author. Valley of the Dolls, died of cancer at 56. I've heard of Valley of the Dolls. Then we have, that's it. That concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar at the description for any links you may find interesting. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander. I was joined earlier by the Alice, also known as Stapes, also known as various other nicknames and whatnot. Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. Until then, toodles! Where's my thing? Oh, it's over here. Sorry, I was not prepared. Bye!